Eric shared this in the Discord
Yeah.
yesterday, or was it today?
I think it was last night. Yeah,
Yeah. So Larian obviously won Game of the Year last year, and they got a little intro this year to Game of the Year, and they wrote an article about how he's the boss, Swen Vincke. It's calling out pretty much the entire video game industry at the Game Awards. Eric, did you want to talk about this at all?
Yeah, I'll just quote him, and maybe that'll spawn something. But he
Yeah.
says the secret formula to running a successful studio, it's stupidly simple, but it keeps getting lost. A studio makes a game because they want to make a game they want to play themselves. They created it because it hasn't been created before. They didn't make it to increase market share. They didn't make it to serve the brand. They didn't have to meet arbitrary sales targets or fear being laid off if they didn't meet those targets. Make the game you want to play. I think this kind of speaks to the lack of creativity, let's call it, that we're kind of, I think that we're seeing right now in major releases, because everything's based off of some IP. I think that's another indicator of the lack of creativity.
Yeah, but his game was based off of another IP.
No, it totally was.
That is true.
Instead of making Baldur's Gate 4, they're like, we're done. We're going to do our own thing, right?
Okay.
So
this guy's getting a little full of himself. Okay, you made a good game. Divine Divinity was a good game. Divine Divinity 2 got pretty boring to me pretty quick, and I really liked Divine Divinity. I know that that's not a popular opinion, but just because you made one grossly popular surprise game, shut up. I mean, like, every time this guy talks, everybody's like, oh, listen, he said something. Okay, whatever. Go watch your company die and then complain about how nobody bought your game, just like what's happening with the Control and Alan Wake people, because you didn't follow what everybody wanted. And again, it's just like in the music industry. Bands do this all the time. They have all their life to make one album, and then they complain because all of a sudden now they're in a machine where they've got to start making product, right? Not everybody lives in Sweden or wherever and has the luxury to just sit and follow their passion.
I'm moving to Sweden.
What's that?
I'm going to move to Sweden, man.
You can, but you don't make games. Yeah. So none of this even applies to you. You just
matter. I can just follow
and you want Thief. You are a hypocrite.
No, it's been 24 years. Nobody's made another
game called Thief Simulator. If you didn't think that was going to be a knockoff, so you can sit there and
I think this is a case by case basis what he's saying about how unoriginal things are.
I agree. I agree.
Well, stupid. I hate this one.
I will buy Zelda games and play Zelda games until I'm on my deathbed.
Yeah,
You know, I don't care how shitty they are. I will buy Zelda. If they said, you know what, let's go ahead and let's remaster those Panasonic CDI games they came out with, those 3 games, I'd be like, I pre-order it right now. Take my money. Here you go. And I think
Jesus Christ, my God,
this is hold on. And I think that he's just calling. If something is not broken, don't fix it. You know, people are going to keep spending money on Gears of War games. People are going to keep buying the Call of Duties and all of this stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, just like Travis said, you know, he didn't do very well selling the game, so he's butthurt about it. So,
well, my thing actually with the whole thing of have developers make games they want to play.
Sure,
dude. We were just wondering why that Borderlands game sells. Those could be the developers. Just because somebody likes something, taste is so subjective, right? So I could get 10 developers in a room and tell them make something that you like, and they could all agree on what they like. And then I could walk in the room and it could be My Little Ponies. Like that could just be their favorite thing. And then I could be like, well, I don't like that. And why'd you just use My Little Ponies IP? And they go, oh, you didn't realize you picked 10 of us that all love this and always wanted to see this game? Like, you don't know. You don't know that people don't want to just keep playing the same thing or whatever, right? He got lucky with Baldur's Gate. He got lucky in a couple ways. because he also got lucky that the turn-based thing even worked out for people, and that there wasn't just a bunch of people returning it. And furthermore, I'd have to go back and look at the achievements and see how many people that bought that game actually even really finished it.
What do you mean? What do you mean got lucky with turn-based? I don't understand that.
In other words, by and large, the people who play video games don't like turn-based combat.
Well,
That should have been a turnoff.
Doesn't that reinforce this point? Like that they took a risk by making something presumably they wanted to make?
No, I said that he lucked out with it. Yes.
Turn-based combat in the sense of like the OG Final Fantasies, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's how Baldur's Gate 3 works.
I mean, is it? Because in Final Fantasy, I haven't played one, but I don't remember you actually being able to move your characters. I thought it was just choose your attack and then watch it happen, right?
No. You can move also. There's.
Oh, did they have that?
Involved.
Okay.
No. You can't move in Final Fantasy.
Okay.
I'm telling Dathan in Baldur's Gate 3, yes, you can move your character, but it's still turn-based. So in that sense, it is still very much based on the same idea as Final Fantasy. It's your turn. It's the monster's turn. It's your turn again.
Yeah, but this guy is just getting a little bit full of himself. That's all.
Making money.
I didn't know who he was until yesterday.
Right.
I think he was the guy that showed up in the night costume. At the end last year.
Yeah.
Meatball Saucy says, making money. If movies, games, songs, TV shows, and any other forms of entertainment don't make money, then these companies will not continue to exist. Yeah, I mean, you got to put food on the table at the end of the day.
Well, you don't have to.
You don't have to, but
you know, there are people who make songs that's not their day job. People that make games, and that's not their day job.
People that make podcasts
that's true.
That don't make any money off of it.
That is true. This is a good example. There's a guy at PAX that he has a game that my wife and I bring this up every time we go, every year. This
isn't the guy from PRGE that you guys love to visit his table every year?
No. This is PAX. This is different. But it's this game where you're a raccoon, or it's like a I forgot what you are. You're a rodent thing, and you're trying to solve puzzles. It's a point and click type thing. But he's been working on it since 2018, and he still keeps trying to put it out. But sure. I don't think that's not his data. That's just, I think that's his side side thing that he's doing. So when I don't think that's the put food on the table type.
Sure.
At least I hope not. Because we're 6-7 years into
you're digging into savings at that point. Or like Daniel, who I ran into at PRGE at the Pigs Portland Indie Gamers Squad. Making games isn't his day job. He's just doing it on the side. And I'll play that game. Looks fun. Looks cool. I don't know, but I know that I'm not representative of most gamers. If you want to capture market share of most gamers, you probably need to be a massive company and hire a lot of developers and give them a mandate to make a game like Concord.
Well, and I want to say too, Ubisoft comes to mind for me. Like, those guys are on a deadline. They need to put out Assassin's Creed and that Star Wars Outlaws. Like, they needed that for their financials this year, and now that it's those have kind of tanked, they're in a world of hurt. But did they do Star Wars Outlaws because they really loved it, or did they do it because they were told you need to do something here?
Yeah,
with the brand.
I mean, I agree.
Assassin's Creed too. Like, why do we need another? People love that.
People
I guess.
like it. Yeah. I mean, I bought
if there's
Mirage,
a demand for it.
And I'll probably buy the other one if Mirage is fun. Because to be honest, even if they're kind of mindless, and I don't like the actual Assassin's Creed future story part of it, I still have fun playing it. I mean, it's just like Dragon Age. I'm complaining about it, but I've been playing it for a month straight. So obviously I enjoy the time that I'm spending with it to a degree. Right? Or else I'd stop like I did with Borderlands and with other ones. So it's on a scale of good or enjoyable, just not as enjoyable as, say, Witcher 3 was to me, right? Or any of the more recent PlayStation ports that I've played. have been very enjoyable that way too. So I don't know. I think that it sucks when people are snobs about what they like. Like I just honestly, I outgrew it, and I think it just kind of sucks when it comes into that, because who's to say if somebody enjoys something? We're only on this earth for so dang long. It's like if somebody enjoys it, then don't go pee in their Cheerios. Let them enjoy it.